Hello, welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name's Key. We are live for Venezia against Juventus. It's live Serie A football, and I've got to say, big chance here for Juventus to secure Champions League football tonight. That's what we're all watching for, whether or not Lazio can sneak in by beating Lecce at home. If Juventus slip up, Lazio are waiting. Maybe Roma are waiting as well. Roma have got Torino away. I think it's going to be a big job for Roma to try and get that tonight. But yeah, Roma, Lazio just waiting in the wings to see if Juventus slip up. They've got a big job tonight. They've got to beat Venezia. Both of these teams, really, it feels like there's a lot riding on this one. Especially for in the other games as well. Lazio, Lecce. It's not all quite decided going into the final game of Serie A. Lecce are right down there. They are out of the bottom three on goal difference. So Lecce have to keep fighting. Venezia, they are 2 points off, so they need to win tonight. Nothing less than a win keeps Venezia up. So it's a massive opportunity for Venezia. They've got to beat Juventus to have any chance at all of staying up, and they've got to hope that Empoli and Lecce lose elsewhere. Roma, Torino haven't really got anything to fight for. There is an outside chance here that Juventus drop points, that Lazio drop points, and that Roma get the win that they need against Torino to keep fighting and get themselves in the Champions League. And what a story that would be for Claudio Ranieri to have taken them from what they were, 14th, 15th in the league when he took over, to maybe to Champions League football. It's going to be an unbelievable game, and I'm really looking forward to it. Yes, let me know what you're thinking. First off, I do just want to say before we go live, we are literally seconds away from kickoff. Got to say a big thank you to Match Bingo. They are sponsoring Premier League Dad for every single game of the 24-25 season up to the end of this month. The final game that you can use Match Bingo, my special Premier League Dad discount, where you set up your account, you bet £5, you get £10 free. If you do that, the last day that you can do it is the Champions League final on the 31st of May. So time is really running out. If you want to support this channel, if you want to go and do it, you need to go and set up your Match Bingo account. You can download the app by scanning the QR code on the screen right now, or by clicking the link in the description. Match Bingo is a fantastic new app. If you like a bet on the football, just like I do, then I'm sure you will love Match Bingo. It's absolutely fantastic. Combines all the fun of betting on the football with a game of bingo. The way that it works is you buy your bingo card and you get 15 random events on your card. And that can be things like, for example, corner to PSG, throw into Inter Milan. And as those things happen during the game, they will mark off on your card, and you get prizes for a line, prizes for 2 lines, prizes for a full house, and you win money that way. There's over £200,000 of prize money already paid out to Match Bingo players across the UK. Over 10,000 of them, by the way. And it's growing really quickly. So if you love a bet on the footy, as I say, go and check Match Bingo out. If you want to support the channel, go and check Match Bingo out. And thank you very much for all the support throughout the season so far. But let's get going on TikTok. We are live, as I say, for this one, Venezia against Juventus. It is live on OneFootball. It's also live, I believe, on Paramount Plus, depending on where you are in the world. But it is live. Let me just make sure that we've got the teams in. The teams for tonight are as follows. I need to remove that. Still can't believe that Aston Villa got beat by United, by the way. And just FYI, if you haven't already seen it, the goal that was ruled out, the Aston Villa goal that was ruled out, was laughable. It was absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, Villa should be suing the PGMOL. Villa should be suing them for lost money. It's an it's a travesty. It is an absolute travesty. Venezia Juventus. Let's go through the lineups very quickly. It is in goal. It's Radu. Jonat Radu in goal for Venezia. It's Shinkchene, Sverko and Kande at the back. Zerbin on the right. Haps on the left. Doumbia, Nicolas Caviglia, and Ellertson in midfield. And then it's Fila and Yeboah up front. John Yeboah, he's not had a particularly strong season for Venezia since he's come in from the Polish league. And for Juventus, it's Di Gregorio in goal, Savona, Lloyd Kelly and Costa at the back. Cambiasso, Gonzalez, Locatelli and Thuram in midfield. And then it's Yildiz, Conceição and that man Kolo Muani up front. Really not sure what to make of this one. Yeah, really not sure what to make of this one. But we're very, very near to kick-off, so I want to get your thoughts on it. Right, let's get set up. 1 second. I'm just behind. I'm a little bit behind tonight on these ones. Let me know your predictions for this one. Let me know your predictions. Venezia 0, Juventus 0. Relegation on the cards. Champions League promotion. Champions League qualification on the cards. It's a big night. Big night for both of these teams. Cameron Gibbs, I'm so happy that Chelsea won against Nottingham Forest. Yeah, Chelsea played really well. I thought they set up for a point and they just hit on the counter-attack. They did really well. Thanks for the like, Frankie. Appreciate that. Thank you for sharing the live as well. Really appreciate that. Razine, hey Key, last game for lots of players in our team. Hansi didn't start, Ansu, but yeah, hope it would be high scoring game. Don't care if we win, hope 3-3, Yamal and Rafinha scoring. Yeah, listen, I'll be keeping an eye out on that one. Athletic Bilbao against Barcelona, we'll be keeping that one, keeping an eye out to see how that one gets on. But for now, obviously, we're going to be focusing on Juventus and Venezia. You think 3-0 Juve, Kolo Muani and Yildiz scoring. Nice, okay. Cameron Gibbs, what football team do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, Cameron. Yeah, big Liverpool fan. Ben Twist, Forza Fiorentina. Let's see. Right, let's get going. We are off and underway. It's a fast start here already. Very fast start. Oh, Fiorentina are 1-0 up, Ben. Fiorentina are 1-0 up. They've scored. They've scored early doors, Ben. Udinese 0, Fiorentina 1. Within 80 seconds, they've scored. I think it's Moise Keane as well. They've scored, mate. They've scored. I told you. I told you not to cash that one out. And it's been a very fast start here as well. It's been an incredibly fast start here. Venezia flying forward. They've got it in the box. They've scored! Oh my God, Venezia have scored as well. Oh my God, we've had goals galore already. And it's Fila. It's Fila who scored. Oh, Ben, Fiorentina's goal's been ruled out. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Unbelievable. But Venezia have scored. What a start to this game. Venezia 1, Juventus 0. We knew there would be drama tonight, and it looks like there's going to be. This was a great goal. Absolutely fantastic. Ball down the left-hand side. And Yeboah gets into the box, cross in, and Fila near post. Just gets a little flick on it. Oh, it's a great finish. Low down, past Di Gregorio, and Venezia are 1-0 up. And as it stands, it might just be too early, but as it stands, Venezia, they need a goal from Lazio. If Lazio can beat Lecce, Venezia will get out of the relegation zone. They desperately need Lazio to beat Lecce. But they've given themselves a real chance here now. Venezia 1, Juventus 0. Not only that, but if Roma or Lazio can score, then Roma or Lazio might have Champions League football next season. Oh my God, it's absolute chaos. I can't believe it. Cannot believe what a fast start. What a fast start here. Under the floodlights, it's happening. Oh my God. Forza Roma, Zach Clips, you're very quiet about my team, Man United. I'm not very quiet because you've not said anything about them. Finn4447, we should sign Alcaraz permanently. You think so? I didn't think he was worth that, but I thought it would have been. I thought it was a good goal. Yeah, it was a good goal, wasn't it? Has a manager ever taken a club from 16th to Champions League in a season? I don't know. I don't think so. Aiden, it'd be funny tomorrow if all of the smokes are blue. Well, Juventus, they've got an uphill task here now. They've got a real uphill task to try and get this going. It's going to be a mad end to the season if Juventus drop out of the Champions League spots now. But Juventus are coming forward. It's a great ball in, cleared away by Venezia. Shot from the edge of the... Oh my God, what a goal that is. Who's just rattled that in? It's 1-1. It's 1-1. That's a sensational goal from Juventus. Venezia 1, Juve 1. We said there would be goals in this game, and goals there are. What a start. Juve have smashed it in. I've just realised I've got the Juve kit wrong. I thought the Juve kit would be the yellow and blue away one, but it's not. This comes out to the edge of the area. Who is it who scores? Is it Costa? I think it's Costa who smashes it in on the volley. Edge of the area, on the volley. Oh, it's an absolute screamer. Top corner. Wonderful goal. Beautiful goal. And it's Venezia 1, Juve 1. Right, let's change the old kit. Because we're not having Juve in that if they're not actually playing in that. That's better. There you go. There you go. Right. Razine, is La Liga available on TNT? I honestly don't know, mate. I really don't know. Ricardo Romano, Juve ruining my bets. Well, it looks like they've got it back on track. Ben, is it actually 1-0 to Fiorentina? Nothing on Flash Score or Betfair. Still says 0-0. Sorry, Key, is it 1-0? Must have been ruled out. Yeah, sorry, I did say it was going to be ruled out. It was 1-0. They had scored, but it was ruled out. There's a check here. There's a check to see whether it's going to be ruled out. I don't think it is. Ricardo Romano, who won Taça de Portugal? It's still ongoing, believe it or not. It's still ongoing. There was a long delay, but it's extra time. It's currently Gyökeres who scored a penalty in the 100th minute of that game to take them to extra time. And Conrad Harder has just scored to put Sporting ahead in that one. So, yeah, it's looking like it's going to head to Sporting. It's 8 minutes left in that game. But, yeah, Sporting Lisbon currently 2-1 up. I can't believe it. Oh, Juve's goal's been ruled out. Juve's goal has been ruled out. I don't know why. Why did it get ruled out? But it has been ruled out. Oh, that's madness. Absolute madness. Handball. It was ruled out for handball. I didn't think there was any hands there. That didn't really look all that clear to me. But it is a handball. And not only that, it's a free kick now to Venezia on the edge of the area. Real chance for them to kick on and get a goal here. Josto, I thought we weren't getting Champions League football. Being arrogant gets you nowhere. Mate, you got smashed. You got absolutely battered by Everton. You got battered by Everton and you're celebrating. You have literally secured Champions League football via goal difference, having got battered by Everton on the final day of the season. I mean, congratulations. Yeah, well done, I guess. I don't care at the end of the day we got Champions League. Well, yeah, good luck. Good luck. I think you'll struggle again next season. You can't be getting Champions League football by goal difference, getting beat by Everton, and you're coming on giving it the big one. FM no casuals and buy a red card. Well, yeah, red card for Villa, a goal that shouldn't have been ruled out for Villa. If the referee does his job in the Villa game against United, you don't get Champions League football. But hey, well done you, I guess. Well done you. You've been giving it the big one for weeks. Yeah, and I was right. I said Everton would beat you. You got beat. He was crap. You've been crap for weeks. You've got him by the skin of your teeth on goal difference and due to a poor refereeing decision. So, yeah, well done. Well done. Tom Verts to Liverpool. Yeah, big signing that. With a bit of luck, though, we might, if we're good, if we really, really do well, we might be as good as Newcastle. Bryn getting battered by Everton, not for everyone, mate. Listen, I'm just saying, Bryn, you know it, mate. We've been saying for weeks, haven't we? Newcastle, they're not all that. I thought Everton would go there today and get something. And they did really well. Alcaraz with a good goal. They deserved it. But we've got Newcastle fans giving it the big and saying they're going to challenge for the Champions League. They're going to challenge for the title next season. They don't know what they're talking about, Bryn. Tom, Villa, really, really unlucky, weren't they, Villa? They were very unlucky, I thought. Josto, didn't you blame the Carabao Cup loss on tiredness? Yeah, it was tiredness, yeah. It was tiredness. Bryn, I didn't. Well, hey, you definitely deserve to beat them. Newcastle have been awful for a good while. And like I said, they'll get Champions League football, and I'm sure they'll be back where they belong next season, 6th, 7th, that part of the table. Instead of competing for the Champions League like they say they're going to. Bryn, I thought we'd struggle, but hey, no, I really thought Everton would do well today. You've got a there's been a bit of a solidness under David Moyes, and I think a bit of resilience. Just very sad, aren't you, mate? I'm delighted, mate. My team just won the league. I'm made up. It's you coming on giving it the big one after you've just beat Everton. Got beat by Everton, sorry. You just got beat by Everton. And you're flying in, giving it the big one in your size 12s. Come on. No skill Aaron Amarin wants Agate out as well, I think. I don't know if he's going to be able to get all these players out. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Here's Venezia coming forward. UFC the Glaze. Juve still pushing forward here. Chance. Miles over the bar. I think it's understandable with the amount of crap you've been saying the last few weeks. What crap? What crap have I been saying the last few weeks? The only thing that I've been saying, I got right. I said that Everton would beat you. I didn't even actually say Everton would beat you. I just said Everton would get something at St James's, and I got called, you hate Newcastle. It was right. Jake Pike, as a City fan, considering that run in December, I'll take third. Important summer now for Viana. Yes, absolutely. No skill Aaron, Newcastle are bang average compared to the way they act. You would think they've won titles like City. Well, listen, I'm not going to comment on that because apparently I've got a problem with Newcastle. So I'm not going to say anything. But I've been giving them stick for weeks because I don't think they're better than Arsenal. Josto, no Isak for you now. You can keep him. We don't want him. You can keep him. Again, mate, if he's happy to stay at Newcastle playing, probably Europa League football would have been what you probably deserved after this season. But you've got Champions League football by the skin of your teeth and a bad refereeing decision. If he's happy to stay at Newcastle, then good luck to him. He's obviously not as ambitious as he claims to be. Am I cooked? I bet 250 on Juve to win. I mean, they've not started well. They have had a goal disallowed. Venezia have started the better of the two. They're 1-0 up. And as it stands, I think Venezia are more likely to get this through. Yeah, I really do think Venezia are likely to win it. What's the chances? Joe Stowe, is there a little bit of bitterness because of the Carabao Cup final? I can sense it. Really, we've won the Premier League. Why would we be bothered about the Carabao Cup? It's the least important cup to us. It's the least important cup. We got to a final. We played kids for most of it, didn't we? We played kids for most of the competition. And yeah, we would have liked to win it, but it's not the end of the world. Breaking news, Villa are filing official complaint to the Prem after ref blunder. Okay, good luck to them. Good luck to him with that. I don't think they'll get anywhere. I don't think they'll get anywhere. But Newcastle have benefited from it, and there you go. Newcastle, it's a clear blunder. Everyone knows it's a blunder. Even the United fans were saying it's a blunder, and Newcastle have benefited from it. So, you know, well done to Newcastle, I guess. Good luck to them. Bryn, Betis for the conference, mate. Yeah, I'd like to think so. I'd like to think so. Juventus are in here. Good chance. Ooh, just behind. They claim for a penalty there for Kolo Muani. They're not getting it. FM No Casuals. Palace won the FA Cup final, which is better. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think Palace had a better season than Newcastle in that sense. Jake, I guarantee if Liverpool come in for these, I could be out the door so quick. No Skill Aaron, what are Juve playing for? They are playing for Champions League football. So they are currently 4th in Serie A. But they are losing 1-0. And if Lazio beat Lecce or Roma beat Torino, then as it stands, they are going to be finishing in the top 4. Juventus are losing here. Venezia need to win. Venezia need to win to stay up and hope that Lazio beat Lecce. Venezia flying forward here again. Honestly, Venezia have been brilliant. They've started so well. They've started so well. Yeah, Juventus must win. Venezia must win. Basically, it's a must win for both of these teams. And you can see that in the way that the game's going. Venezia have started very, very well. Juve have started very, very well, to be honest. But they've just not been able to make the chances count. Penalty for Roma. Oh, that'd be amazing if Roma can get a win against Torino. We could do with Atlanta. To be honest, I've backed Atlanta to beat Parma, Lazio beat Lecce, Roma beat Torino, Fiorentina beat Udinese, and Juventus to beat these as well tonight as well. Under the floodlights, probably Sula to take. Yeah. Oh, that's poor from Venezia. Very, very poor there. Bilbao have scored against Barcelona. That's bad. That's bad. 1-0 to Roma. Nice. There you go. Roma are ahead. Penalty from Paredes. Paredes has scored. Benfica 1. Sporting Lisbon 3. That's going to be a win for Sporting in the Taça de Portugal. Ricardo Romano. Fiorentina are bottle jobs, mate. Well, I mean, Ben, one of my mates in the chat here, Ben, he's got some cash on Fiorentina tonight. No skill, Aaron. What are Villa even hoping for from the appeal? Honestly, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, an apology would be an absolute best. I don't know what they're going to get out of getting an apology. So, but yeah, they definitely deserve an apology. They definitely deserve an apology. But they can't. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Where have you read that there's an appeal? They should appeal on being garbage. That's harsh. What a pen. They should have... what was I going to say? Yeah, Juventus really need to get hold of the ball here, because it's breaking down every single time they get into that final third. Venezia, it's another foul, another free kick. And that's the thing now. Venezia are just playing for free kicks and time already. You can see it. I know it's only 15 minutes in, 20 minutes in. They're already playing for time. Already playing for time here. And 1-0 up, Venezia. Oh my days. Incredible. But there you go. Benfica 1, Sporting Lisbon 3, Sporting Lift Attacker de Portugal, Portuguese FA Cup. Good result for them, that. Gyökeres with a 100th minute equaliser. Ricardo Romano, do you think Angel should stay? As in Di Maria. Are you on about Benfica? I assume that's what you're on about. If so, then yeah, probably not. I mean, I think there's talk of him obviously going back to Argentina, but I don't know. Has anyone seen Amarim's sort of big speech at the end of the United game? Has anyone watched that? The big speech at the end of the United game, it all seemed a bit... Oh, Ange, Spurs manager. Sorry, when you said Angel, I thought you was on about Angel Di Maria. Ange, Spurs manager. Yeah, I think he'll stay. I'd be amazed if he didn't stay, to be honest. He's a hero now, isn't he? He's just won it. Caleb, yeah, I seen it. He was stuttering so much. I just didn't think it was a particularly wise move to... yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. Not necessarily what he said either. It just the whole tone of it, and the manner of getting all the players out in the centre circle and whatever. I'm sure doing a lap of honour at the end of it, fine, but I don't think it needed to be done that way. I think it was if anything, I think that'll be the wrong call, and I think we'll see that in the next few months. I think that was the wrong call from him. Bilbao's goal against Barca has been ruled out. It was Sanadi who scored, but it's been ruled out, that one. So still the only goals really so far, 25 minutes in Serie A, the only goals are Roma ahead at Torino and Juventus getting beat here in Venice. And as it stands, Roma are reaching the Champions League. Claudio Ranieri's Roma, who, when he took them over, they were in 16th spot in Serie A. They are now set to make the Champions League. It's going to be an unbelievable finish to this season if that indeed is the case. Juventus, they need to win. Now Roma are winning. It's not going to be good enough for Juventus to draw. They need to win. They need to win. So 1 goal's not enough here for Juve. They need 2. They've got to turn this around. Under the floodlights, Milos Villar, Roma goalkeeper, crazy underrated. Yeah, he's ex Benfica, isn't he? Milos Villar. SCFC 2025, the Man U goalkeeper had the ball in between his hands, but would keep tapping it, then hold it. The thing with Bayern, that goal was 100% a goal. Like, I don't know a single United fan who said that wasn't a goal. The ball wasn't in his hands. Honestly, Morgan Rogers had every right to go and get that ball and go for it, and he won the ball fair and square. It was, I can't believe that went to VAR, and they still gave the wrong decision. It's a laughable decision, absolutely laughable decision. Adam 464 AD, Newcastle being in the Champions League means they won't win the Prem. Very, very lucky to be in the Champions League, aren't they? Very, very lucky to be in that Champions League. Newcastle had them got beat against Everton. I mean, to lose against Everton's at home on the final day of the season, I'm sure that's disappointing enough for them. But for Villa, to get that result and still get beat based on a really horrendous refereeing decision. Oh, outrageous. Right, quick throw in here. Juventus are in if they get this right. Yildiz, it's 1-1. Is it Yildiz? Is it Yildiz? I think it is Yildiz. It is Yildiz. 1-1. Get in. Juventus have scored. Fabulous goal, that from Yildiz. And that's Juventus back in this one. Juventus back in it. It was a quick throw. He was offside, but there's no offsides on a throw-in. And he cuts inside, on his right, back inside, onto his left, and just strikes it at the near post. The keeper can't quite get down enough. And it's a great goal, that. Really, really good goal, that, from Kenan Yildiz. And that still isn't enough, by the way. That still isn't enough. It's still only 1-1 here. That does mean that Venezia are going down. Venezia need to get back in front. Venezia desperately need to get back in front. And Juve need 1 more. So this result doesn't really suit either team, to be honest. 1-1, absolutely not worth what either of these teams are looking for. Caleb, I think at least 6 players will go this summer. You would think so, wouldn't you? Oh, Ben, Udinese have scored against Fiorentina. Udinese 1, Fiorentina 0. We suspected that would be something that could happen. Bad start that for Fiorentina, Ben. Udinese 1-0 up. Adam 464 AD, did we overhype Villa in general? They should have had top 5 secured long ago. If I'm dead honest, mate, I think we overhype. We overhype pretty much. I mean, we overhype everyone, don't we? Barcelona have scored, Lewandowski 1-0 up away at Bilbao. Yeah, I think we overhype everyone, don't we? We overhype everyone. It's just kind of a Premier League thing. Whenever we get a good side in the Premier League, they go to Europe and they often get played off the park by Barcelona's, Real Madrid's, PSG's, for example. And I think we do that with lower down the table as well. You know, I think comparatively, I don't think Newcastle and Villa are all that good. Forest, I don't think are all that good. Chelsea, not all that good. Once you get past the Cities, the Arsenals, the Liverpools, I don't think there's really an awful lot of quality in the Premier League. Ricardo, Fiorentina will draw at best. Such a waste of a bet. Ricardo, I don't know what you. I don't know. Yeah, you don't want to know what Ben put on. Put it that way. You don't want to know what Ben put on. But he was being offered 250 quid to cash out. If Fiorentina won, he got 750. Yeah. Fiorentina to win would have got him 750. He was being offered, what was it, 250 or so to cash out. Bad night. Bad night. Adam, why can't Emery be a league manager? Caleb, mark my words, Sunderland will stay up in the Prem. Why do you think that? Blue V Demon, good to see you, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. Ben, fucking hell, are you a pro gambler? I am, absolutely. Smash it. Every single week. Oh, here we go. Joe, you're a very angry little soldier, aren't you? You're a very angry little soldier. Why are you trying to hurt people now? Why are you trying to throw bombs at people? Throw shade? Without Salah and Van Dijk, Liverpool and nothing. Why are you getting all aggy? Getting all aggy. Adam 464 AD, Emery basically a cup manager, never a league winning manager. Oh, I don't know. I think he's a good manager. I think he's done very well in the league this season. Caleb, I don't know, just want them to do well. Oh yeah, I want them to do well as well. Yeah, I agree with that. I want them to do well. I just, I don't necessarily think they will. Caleb, Joe is just a melt. Listen, hey, that's between you two. That's between you two. Don't involve me in that. I quite like Joe. I quite like him. Nice lad. Blue, how you been, mate? Yeah, good. Really good. Really good. Just watched a lot of footy over the last couple of days. And we're finishing the weekend off with Venezia and Juventus. And it started unbelievably well. There's been 3 goals in this game, albeit one's been ruled out. And it's half an hour in, 1-1. Hotspur Army 1882. What a season it's been for you guys. Finishing with a 4-1 defeat to Brighton. What a mad end to the season that's been for Spurs. What did you make of today, mate? Lewandowski scored again. Bilbao 0, Barcelona 2. Here's Geordie Rob. Good to see you, Rob. Vert may or may not transition into the Prem. Many Bundesliga players can't make that transition. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Venezia trying to get the ball clear here. Oh, they've overran it. That's a chance. Kolo Muani. It's 2-1. It's 2-1 Juve. And that really does put the cat back amongst the pigeons now. Because now it doesn't really matter at all what happens with Roma. If Juve win this one, Venezia are down. Juve have got Champions League football. Make no mistake about it. That might just be that. Randall Kolo Muani, excellent finish. He's been exceptional since he's come in on loan. I think he's a vastly underrated striker, Kolo Muani. Very, very good player. Gets the ball on the edge of the area. One touch, opens his body up. Bang, straight across the keeper into the far corner. And it's Venezia 1, Juventus 2. Hotspur Army, we're European champions, so I'm loving it no matter what. Totally agree with that. Love that, mate. SCFC 2025, who do you think will win tomorrow's playoff final? Walsall. I've got Walsall, mate, yeah. Matthew, thoughts on Aberdeen beating Celtic in the Scottish Cup final? Amazing, yeah, great to see it. 35 years, is it, Aberdeen? No trophies, so yeah, you love to see it. Great to see. Rob, I think it's Callum Wilson's farewell. He was walking around the pitch clapping, he was crying. Nice. Held his Newcastle badge and put his fist in the air. Well, that's a lot more sincere than Trent Alexander-Arnold did, so yeah, good luck to him. Caleb, are you going to watch Walsall in the playoff tomorrow at 3 o'clock? Yep, absolutely we are, mate. Pedri Lover, do you believe that people should support small teams? Yeah, you can support whoever you want. Yeah, you can support whoever you want as far as I'm concerned. Whoever you want. Yeah, you support... I mean, I'm a big believer you should support who your dad supported or where you're from. But you can support whoever you want. You can support whoever you want. Geordie Rob, his contract is expiring. Joe Stowe, lad, I'm sorry, I apologise. Just over the moon, just comes across you don't like Newcastle. I love Newcastle, mate. I really like Newcastle. Newcastle, I would argue, are maybe my second team. I really, really like Newcastle. I haven't got a second team, but if I did have a second team, Newcastle would be one of them. I can show you the Newcastle shirt that I got 20 years ago. I do like Newcastle. I've no problem with Newcastle. But, I don't think you're going to compete for the title next year. And that is all I've maintained. If it's come across as aggy or sarky or nasty, I apologise. I don't mean it to come across that way, but I don't think you're better than Arsenal because you beat them, and I don't think you're going to challenge for the title next year. And I think you were quite fortunate this year. That's all I'll say. What score? It's currently Venezia 1, Juventus 2. Roma are 1-0 up as well in the other game. So as it stands, it's going to be Juventus getting the Champions League football, and Venezia are going to go down. But 35 minutes in, Venezia went 1-0 up. Venezia started very, very well. Adam 464 AD, Napoli and Inter took it to the wire. They did. And by the way, have you heard that Antonio Conte is about to leave Napoli? What a mad set of circumstances that is. Antonio Conte about to leave Napoli. I thought that was weird. Lee Oxley, hope you're keeping well. Good to see you, Lee. How you doing, mate? Xabi to Real Madrid. Yeah, big news. Hotspur Army, how are you feeling after seeing your club lift the Prem? A little bit weird, you know. A little bit weird. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's not been a... There's not been like one moment where we've like, wow, we've won it. It's been like a death by 1,000 cuts. Like, it feels like we've had the League One for 3 or 4 months, honestly. We've had it wrapped up for a while. That's not being arrogant. I just don't feel like Arsenal have ever really challenged us. And that's probably more of a reflection on them than it is us. I think we've been very good, but the fact that we could finish the season and basically with a month to spare just kind of be partying on the beach, it's like, that's mad. That's mad. So if I'm dead honest, I really do think that that it's been a really good season for Liverpool, but I felt a little bit flat today. A little bit flat. It was lovely to watch, but do you know what it is? Do you know what actually really upset me today? Klopp raking up all of that stuff with Trent. I just felt it was unnecessary. And again, I thought today Sky Sports made it the Trent Alexander-Arnold show. The whole thing was about Trent. It was all about Trent's farewell. It was all about Trent in tears, hugging his family, Trent with the trophy. Trent was at the front when they were doing the whole thing. It was literally like the club's PR machine had worked with Sky Sports to go, do you know what? We need to turn perceptions around here. We need to make sure he gets a good send-off. And I don't think that's the right thing. I think the fans had the right to express themselves, and I was a little bit disappointed that after it all got dredged up after the Arsenal game and then it got put to bed again, that Klopp came in and kind of raked it all up. I felt like that was unnecessary. He came back in and actually, yeah, it made it worse, I think. I think it made it worse. Geordie Rob, did you see the video of Bruno running around screaming, waving his hands in the air and hugging the fans? No, I didn't. No. Lee Oxley, Kevin De Bruyne and Napoli talks. Nice. Hotspur Army, I'm a Northampton Town local and Spurs are my team. Again, yeah, it doesn't make any difference to me, mate. You can support whoever you want to support. It was just that the Pedri lover asked me, who do you think, are you able to support small teams? I absolutely do think you should support small teams. If that's where you're from, or that's who your dad supported, or, you know, that's your family, or you've got a particular affinity with it, then, yeah, you should support whoever. It doesn't matter whether they're big, little, or whatever. I support Liverpool purely because my dad supported Liverpool. That's the only reason. And I was born 15 minutes away. But the fact that I was born 15 minutes away from Liverpool, I could have quite easily supported. If my dad was a United fan, I probably could have been a United fan. If my dad was an Everton fan, I probably could have been an Everton fan. It's just one of them things. You kind of stick with who your family are supporters of. And yeah, in my experience anyway. But I don't think it makes anyone less of a fan. Kingsloth Garnacho weirdly tapped the United badge today on his lap around the pitch. He's not here next season. Nope, absolutely not. Ty, Sunderland are so clear they abandoned their team. 16th in the Prem. Jolly Rob, all the NUFC players when the Tannoy said we'd done it, jumping up and down wildly, but Eddie Howe didn't look himself and looked upset. I'm not surprised. Like I say, it obviously wasn't a great performance, and I'm sure if you'd have offered Eddie Howe and the Newcastle fans and the Newcastle players, look, on the last day of the season, if you beat Everton, you've got Champions League football. They've obviously looked at that and that they would have taken that. Of course they would have taken that. And they've fluffed it. They've fluffed it. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they're disappointed. Not surprised at all. Conte never happy. Have you seen Ole Gunnar being linked to manage Al Hilal in Saudi? Is he still at Besiktas, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Ben, I'm just disappointed with how we ended the season, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I'm not so disappointed with the end of the season, because again, we've ended it having drawn and lost, but we've literally been on the beach and drinking and partying and barbecues for the last month. It doesn't matter to me. 8 Arsenal starters had surgery this season. How many Liverpool starters had surgery this season? YX said, OAFC, do you think McTominay is one of the best midfielders right now? No. Ben, what did Klopp do to Trent today? Nothing. I don't know. Why? What did he do to Trent? Nothing that I'm aware of. I think he was in the stands for most of it. Rob, did you see the video? Oh, no, we've done that one. Do you think McTominay is one of the best? No. Did Trent go on the speakers? No, I don't think he did. I just think like I say, it was all about Trent. The full day just seemed all about Trent. Hotspur Army, my dad's a Liverpool fan. Nice. Ben, what about if your dad supported Wigan Athletic? I mean, whatever. How you decide who you support is entirely down to you. It's not for me to say whether or not that's right or just or fair or whatever. As far as I'm concerned, I know why I supported Liverpool, because my dad supported Liverpool, and I was born 15 minutes from the ground. So I look at it as that way. That's why I support Liverpool. My dad was an ardent fan, therefore I'm an ardent fan. But if you're from Newcastle and you decide to support Real Madrid, then who's anyone to say that that's not the right thing to do? Kenzie, what team do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. Geordie Rob, not another club doing us a favour to do it, but at least we have it. DN, it wasn't a bad performance. It was just Pickford was saving everything. Oh, is he a good keeper, is he now, Jordan Pickford? Jake, can't believe Liverpool have won the league, playing bang average. King Sloth, I support Blackpool as my second team, even though I'm a United fan, got a special place in my heart. Rob, the players brought their families and were partying and chanting with fans, but Eddie wasn't himself. Ward Eddie's bound to be disappointed in the result, but mission accomplished, a trophy and Champions League. He'll soon be proud. Udinese down to 10 men. Oh, that's good. That's good. We could do with Fiorentina kicking on now. Yeah, we've got Lazio. Lazio are 2-0 up. Lazio are 2-0 up. Juventus 2-1. Roma 1-0. I could do with Lazio. Yeah, I could do with Lazio. I've got Lazio to beat Lecce. As it stands, Lecce are staying up with a point. Empoli are getting beat 1-0 by Verona. And that's going to mean that Lecce are safe. They're safe. Unless Lecce get beat. If Lazio scored against Lecce, Lecce are down. Lecce look like they're going down here. Rob, is this the way to Barcelona, Bayern Munich? Oh God. Callum Coyle, how did your get go? How did I get go? I don't know what that means, mate. Right, we're approaching half-time here. Venezia 1, Juventus 2. Still feels like there's a game to be had here. Juventus aren't looking all that solid defensively. They've not really done anything attacking-wise since Kolo Muani got the goal. Jake, please hit the heart me in the top left. Oh, cheers, man. Thank you for that. Barca 2-0 up. Lecce have scored. Oh, my God. Lecce are beating Lazio. Lazio 0, Lecce 1. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, Lecce look like they're going to be safe then. As it stands, coming into half-time, Lecce are going to be safe. They've overtaken Parma. And do you know what, actually? There's still an outside chance. If Empoli were to score against Verona now, Empoli score against Verona, Parma are down. Parma are down if Empoli score against Verona. A Lecce win and an Empoli win, Parma are down. And that would be unprecedented. That would be absolutely unprecedented. Parma have had a good season for the most part. I think they've had one defeat. Is it one defeat in the last, or two, sorry. 2 defeats in the last 10 games. They've been really, really good. But Parma could be down here. A goal for Empoli and Parma are in the bottom 3. Blurry, do you think Juventus are going to sign Kolo Muani? If they've got any sense, they will. Yeah. Apparently Vlahovic is going though, isn't he? Apparently Vlahovic is on the move this summer. DN, Isak stays now, especially after today. Great, yeah, fantastic. Sean Dice 10, Newcastle got incredibly lucky. Villa got robbed. They were dreadful against us. Mate, I totally agree. Yeah, Newcastle were incredibly lucky. They've got Champions League football by the skin of their teeth. I don't think they deserve it, to be honest. I think Villa deserved it. They were really unlucky today against United. Really, really unlucky. And Villa have still only got... Even then, they've still only missed out by goal difference. But listen, Newcastle won't mind. Newcastle won't mind. They've got Champions League football and fair play to them. DN, how didn't we deserve it? Because you've only won on goal difference, and Villa should have won today. Villa have... I don't know if you've seen the Morgan Rogers decision that got given, but wait till you see it back. If you haven't yet, wait till you see it back. There's an appeal going in. I don't think anything's... Well, obviously nothing's going to happen, is it? Nothing's going to happen. But Aston Villa fans are raging. Even Man United fans were saying that was definitely a goal. I can't believe that wasn't given. So yeah, the fact that even Man United fans were saying it kind of shows you've got very, very lucky. Very, very lucky. King Sloth, did you hear Pep saying he will quit if he has to manage 22 players next season? He's always threatening it, isn't he? He's always threatening it. Jordy Rob, does this mean to you Isak staying now, Key? Well, maybe he's staying. Yeah, maybe he's staying. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Maybe he's staying, maybe he's not. Again, if he's not staying, if he is staying, I would be surprised because I would think about whether or not he actually thinks he can achieve what he wants to achieve. Do you know what I mean? He can't really achieve what he wants at Newcastle. Civil Movement, do you think Isak will stay at Newcastle now they got Champions League? But probably, yeah. It'll be too difficult to get him out of the club. And to be honest, I think there's better strikers around Europe for the value that they would need to pay anyway. Whatever it would be to get Newcastle out of... Isak out of Newcastle, you may be talking, 120 million, maybe? You can go and get a Sesko for that. You can go and get... and Sesko, in fairness, Sesko's got a better goal record than Isak had at Sociedad. So, you're probably looking at Sesko, you're probably looking at Gyökeres. You can get both of them for far cheaper than Isak. So yeah, I do think he'll end up staying at Newcastle unless he pushes for a move, which he might well do. He might well do. It wouldn't surprise me if he did. Blurry, Sorloth is so good. 4 goals v Sociedad, now 3 v Girona. Mate, Sorloth has been dreadful all season. He's been dreadful all season. Jake, you wish 150 million just to sit at the table. I know, but if the player says no, if the player says he wants to leave, then it's not 150 million. It's probably less than that. It's probably 100 million. Closer to 100 million. If the player really wants to leave. Civil movement, best strikers now are Osimhen, Sesko and Isak, I think. Haaland? Haaland's better than Isak. Haaland's far better than any of them. Far better. And Lewandowski, to be honest. I'll have Lewandowski in at current form. And Kane. Jake, the player will be told next year if he wants to go. That final day game has reinforced my hopes for next year if we can beat a team who do deserve Champions League. Well, they didn't though, did they? This is the thing, they didn't. Juventus getting into the box here, chance. Oh, bet. How did your bet go? It's still running. Yeah, still running, mate. Callum, Civil Movement. Isak is better than Haaland, in my opinion. I don't think that's... No. No, he's not. He's not. Jake, give us one more year, Isak, and you can go for said price. Well, one more year. There you go. It's 2-1 half-time. Venezia 1, Juventus 2. And as it stands, it's going to be Juve in the Champions League. I honestly think Isak is a very, very good player, but he's not worth 100 million plus. There's better strikers than... Like, if Liverpool were linked to him, I'd be saying we need to be doing better than that. There's no way you pay £100 million for Alexander Isak. As good a player as he is. Southampton, you know what? Today was lovely. Got to meet Ryan the Piranha Gamer. I've never heard of him, but that's lovely. I'm glad you enjoyed it, mate. Callum, who do you need? I've got Barcelona or draw. I've got Atalanta. They're winning. I've got Juve here. I've got Fiorentina or draw against Udinese. And they're losing 1-0. So I need Fiorentina to turn it round. And I've got some tomorrow as well. I've got Walsall. Walsall to beat Wimbledon. It's all that as well. Ryan the Piranha Gamer is a pro boxer. All right, okay. I wouldn't know. You spent 80 on Nunes, but 100 for Isak is too much. Yes. Yeah, absolutely it's too much. Absolutely it's too much. If it was a case of spend 100 million on Isak or keep Darwin Nunes, I'd keep Darwin Nunes. Sean Dyche, Isak is worth however much Newcastle think he's worth. You're not getting him for less than 100 million. That's not how football works, Sean. Come on, Sean. That is not how football works. You are not factually worth whatever a team says you're worth. That is the old Jared Branthwaite maths that you're doing there. You are not worth what the selling team says you're worth. You're only worth what two teams agree you are worth. So if I say I've got this pen and it's worth £150 million, but no one pays it, this pen is not worth £150 million. That's how it works. If I say it's 150, someone offers me 100 and we sell it, then it's worth £100 million. Not 150. It's the same thing with Isak. Newcastle can quote whatever price they want. But if Isak's kicking up a fuss and saying, mate, listen, I want to leave, I don't want to be here, because I can't win the Premier League here, I can't win the Champions League here, I can't do anything here, I can't win anything here. I've won a Carabao Cup, that's the first thing we've won in 70 years as a club. Chances are we're not going to win anything, I'm not going to win a bean at this club. I want to go and try and win the best things, I need to go to a proper club. A big club. I'm winding you up. Chill out. But you know what I mean. Before you go to a Real Madrid, a Barcelona, or someone like that, whoever it might be, or a Liverpool, I don't know, whoever he ends up going to, right? He's got to kick up a fuss to be able to get that move. And if he does, we've seen it before. Player power, it works. It works. It always works. Lee, Villa Champions League, you're having a laugh. They deserved it. They deserved it. They deserved it. Jake, only way Isak leaves is if Real Madrid or Barca come in for him. He's gone just like Trent did. I don't know, mate. I think he would go to an Arsenal or a Liverpool. Or a City, if Haaland went. Blairy, do you think Juventus is going to stay with Igor Tudor, or are they going to sign a new coach? I wouldn't be surprised if Conte went back there, to be honest. Conte leaving Napoli is a big surprise. Sean, Newcastle under no pressure to sell. They can demand however much they want. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It matters what Isak thinks. Does matter what Isak thinks. Riley, 1878. Scouse Copites don't exist. Why are you being racist, mate? It's a bit of a Tory opinion, that. It's a bit of a Tory opinion, that. It's not good from an Everton fan, that, mate. That's not a good look. It's not a good look. Jake Curtin, he won't kick up a fuss though. You're living in dreamland, Pat. No, I'm not saying that he will. I'm not saying that he will. Why are you jumping to the extremes? I'm not saying that he will kick up a fuss. I am saying if he does. If he kicks up a fuss, then Newcastle's price doesn't matter, because they then have to sell him. FM No Casuals, I can smell a Tory in the chat. Yeah, it's always them, innit? It's always them who say wool. Like what? Because where I'm born, that my opinion matters less. Is that what it is? Where I'm born, my opinion matters less. Shut up, you divvy. Only one Scouse club in the Prem, la. So hang on a minute, mate. Does your opinion matter more or less based on where you're born? Shut up, you Tory, on your bike. Soft lad. Orient bottled it. All losses have been in the same end. Put your house on Wimbledon winning tomorrow. Don't say that. I've got Walsall. I've got Walsall as well. I've got Walsall. Who do you think's winning the Champions League? PSG. PSG. All day, every day. All day, every day. Sean Dyche 10, first team since 1984, I think, to win the last 3 games of the season in the top flight. At least according to my Australian pundits. The first team since 1984 to win the last 3 games of the season in the top flight. You're talking about the first Everton team. The first Everton team since 1984 to win the last 3 games of the season. That's some achievement. My opinion matters more than your BC or a Copite. Poor lad. It's a shame. Could someone help him? Sean Dyche, it's like saying there's no... Mate, honestly... the guy, I don't understand people who will have the argument that it matters more or less where your opinion is, where you're from. That your opinion matters more or less if you're from a certain place or outside of a certain place. Doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me. But I guess if you're elitist, if you're a bit of a Tory, elitist, then maybe it does. Maybe it does matter. Sean Dyche, first team, end of sentence. As far as I can tell, they didn't say just Everton. It can't be that Everton are the only team that's ever won the last 3 games of the season. I can't believe that to be true. Surely that's not true. In like 40 years. That's mad. Absolutely mad. NKO2F, Liverpool are the only team that exists on Merseyside. That's not true. That's not true. Everton are still a big club, mate. Chimey BTW, hey, do you usually do Serie A watch-alongs? Yeah, mate, we do quite a lot of Serie A watch-alongs. Quite a lot of them. Civil movement, 1 second. Isak is amazing when you get good wingers. Salah and Isak is a dangerous combo. John Marsden, football players are paid too much to kick a bag of air around. Civil movement, I think you're underestimating Isak. He's an amazing outside-the-box and inside-the-box striker who can do assist and goals. 29 goals and assists in 34 games. Yeah, look, he's a very good player. Not saying that at all. I'm just saying, I think for 150 million quid, there's better about. Ben, why is Conte leaving Napoli? We don't know, just that he is. That's all the news that's come out in the last couple of hours. Ethan, I hate Kyle Walker-Peters, didn't even say goodbye to us. Well, he's available on a free. I wonder if maybe that seems like an Everton type of signing, doesn't it? Again, a free transfer. He was in the England squad not that long ago. Seems like a good opportunity. He's only 28, so that seems like a good Everton type of signing. Kyle Walker-Peters. John Marsden, Southampton to go up. Today, my advantage, I'll give you a wings. Good to see she remembers that, though, being in hospital. Sean Dyche, Isak did get pocketed by our second choice centre-back partnership. That's all I'll say. We're getting Kyle Walker-Peters. That does just feel like a proper Moyes move, that, doesn't it? Yeah, freebie, available on a free. He's only 28, experienced pro, He's played in the Prem, played in the Championship. He's got a bit of pace about him. He improves Everton's squad. Yeah, I think that Kyle Walker-Peters makes a lot of sense. Sean Dice, this is probably the most exciting window we've had for a while. So many links to good players, rare to see. I'm intrigued to see what happens with Everton. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what happens with Everton. I get the feeling that you don't have as much money to spend as perhaps many of the fans are hoping or claiming that they will. I feel like David Moyes has kind of set the tone already by saying he's asked for patience, he's asked for some time. He said that the squad rebuild will take some time. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see what happens. Chimey, update on scores across all leagues. Yeah, we do that too. As it stands at the minute, it's currently Barcelona beating Bilbao 2-0. And in Serie A, it's Atalanta 2, Parma 0, Empoli 1, Verona 1, Lazio 0, Lecce 1, but Lecce have had a man sent off. Torino 0, AS Roma 1. Udinese 1, Fiorentina 0, but Udinese have had a man sent off, and obviously here we've got Venezia 1, Juventus 2. So as it stands in Serie A, it's looking like Juventus are going to qualify for the Champions League. We need, for Roma to qualify, we'd need Juventus to drop points here. And Venezia have been very, very good. They've played really, really well. Mace, will Man United be a top team again? Sean says not for a while. They can endure a banter era like us. Sean, we could just go to the Forest route, spend 500 million in 2 windows and just tank the points deduction. Yeah, there's always that, isn't there? There's always that option. It's just whether or not Everton have got the liquid cash to go out there and spend it. That's the thing. My cash out is 238 quid. I'm tempted, but enjoy the terror of waiting to see if they can pull it off. Have you got Fiorentina to win outright? Because if you have, and you've not already cashed that, Ben, mate, you've got to cash it. 238 quid. If you've got Fiorentina or draw, fine, take it. JQ is going to want to join Everton. Bench warmers. Fiorentina to win. No, cash it, mate. Cash it. Please cash it for your own sake. Honestly, you are an absolute chaos merchant. You're basically the Darwin Núñez of gamblers. It's entertaining. Yeah, it is entertaining. You are basically the agent of chaos, the Darwin Núñez of gamblers. Caleb, guess what I'm eating, Prem Dad? Pomegranates. I don't know. What are you eating? Tell me. Tell me. Share with me. Alfie, so glad we got Champions League football again. Yeah, it's good for Chelsea. They really needed it, didn't they? Civil Movement, Lewandowski's on 2 goals. If he scores 5 more goals, he wins the Golden Boot. You're obsessed with that Golden Boot, aren't you? Every comment you seem to make is about the Golden Boot. It's no bad thing, by the way. It feels like you've got some money riding on it. You're very heavily invested in the winner of the Golden Boot. Ben, I can smell a Fiorentina goal before 55 minutes. Caleb, rainbow drops. Yeah, love some rainbow drops. I've not had rainbow drops. Do you know what? I think that was the last time I actually had rainbow drops, was on that live. When I hadn't eaten all day and was like, desperately need something. Is there anything meaningful for any of the teams if they win? Yeah, of course there is. It's getting to this end of the season and people start thinking that there's nothing riding on these games. There's so much riding on them. Honestly, all of these last games in Serie A, there's something riding on pretty much every single one of them. Empoli and Verona. There's a chance that Empoli could go down, that Parma could go down, that Lecce could go down. Venezia need to win here against Juventus to stay up and hope results elsewhere go their way. Juventus, they're winning, but they need to win to get in the Champions League. If they don't win, Roma are winning, so they'll get Champions League football. So there's loads hanging on it. Ethan, my deal of the day was I got the 23-24 playoff final programme for £10. Nice, well done. Civil Movement, the European Golden Shoe is the second most prestigious individual award after the Ballon d'Or. Honestly, couldn't tell you the last three winners. And honestly, to me, individual honours mean nothing really. They are to sell magazines and to sell kits. I'm very much, I think the team game is what it's about, and yeah, European Golden Shoes mean nothing. You don't win a European Golden Shoe as an individual. So team honour's always more important. User not found 600. Shocking game for us today, but who cares? We're European champions. We've had a few people come in and say Ange Postecoglou, they'll still sack him. And I still said that was nonsense. I can't see that being the case at all. But there was quite strongly worded shouts that Ange Postecoglou should still be getting sacked after getting beat 4-1 at home on the final day of the season. I thought that was quite strong. Ben, normal service resumed today at Spurs. You hate Spurs, you. You absolutely hate them. Civil Movement last 3 years was Lewandowski, Haaland, Harry Kane, and now Mbappe. Great. Mbappe's going to win it, and he isn't going to win a bean. He hasn't won anything else with his club, and yeah, to me that doesn't. It doesn't make any sense to me. Chimey BTW, which teams are your go-to for a safe bet? This season, Steaua Bucharest, Cluj. I always do draw no bets. Never, ever, ever, ever do to win outright. Always draw no bets. And the draw no bets I do are Steaua Bucharest, Cluj, Rakow in the Polish league, Copenhagen. You can get decent odds on Copenhagen. Salzburg in the Austrian league, same with them. Occasionally Ludogorets in the Bulgarian league. Servette has been a very good one this season. They've not lost too many. Servette in the Swiss league. Bâle, obviously, as well. Bâle and Servette. Galatasaray and Fenerbahce. Occasionally. Fenerbahce will give you the heart attack occasionally. Into Miami, depending on where they're playing, because Messi doesn't play on plastic pitches. So sometimes you'll back him and then you'll find out afterwards that actually he was never going to play. So you've got to be careful with Inter Miami, but they're a good shout. Suarez, Busquets, Alba, Messi. If they're playing, they do all right. And then in Europe, you're probably talking the old usual standard ones. You know, your Barca's, your Juve's, your PSG's. PSG's not worth betting. Again, it feels like you don't get very good odds with them. Sean Dyche, when Ange crashes out of the Champions League and is sat mid-table, he'll be gone. User not found. There's a meeting tonight with Levy and Ange, so there'll be an announcement soon. I'd be very surprised if... Do you know what? There's no way I will literally stake my reputation on it. If Ange Postecoglou gets sacked, I will be amazed, because Daniel Levy won't want the blowback next season if the new manager comes in and doesn't do well. There'll be loads of Spurs fans who say, we should have stuck with Ange, we should have stuck with Ange, we should have stuck with Ange, we should have given him a chance. He was only crap last year because of the injuries. We should have given him a chance to build, give him the Champions League money. He earned that. I think Daniel Levy's got a responsibility now to let that play out and see what happens. And maybe it goes tits up. Fiorentina 1-1. Get in there. Fiorentina have scored, Ben. Fiorentina have scored. Sean Dyche, I can't see Spurs doing well next year in any competition. I think Spurs will finish about 7th or 8th. I really do. I think they'll kick on and do okay next year. HGTXV, I actually think United could go down next season. I really do. Not even joking. Ben, I think Levy sacks him. Caleb, what's up, Caleb? What are you saying? Ben, Fiorentina goal. Yeah. What a trophy that is. I honestly don't think Levy sacks him. I don't think Levy sacks him. Caleb, why is this chat full of absolute cretins? That's not very nice. That's not very nice. You're in the chat. You're in the chat. You're full of it just as much as they are. And I don't know, maybe I just attract him. I don't know. Maybe I just attract him. I won't fight you on it though. There's some of them who are absolute cretins. Especially that Ben. Chimey, I think United would struggle in the Championship. They probably would have done this year, mate. Yeah, I'd agree with that. They probably would have done this year. Juventus breaking forward here. Chance. No. Well done. Much, much better from Venezia. Sean Dyche, I'm naming my first child Jordan in honour of Pickford. Yet another masterclass. Caleb, mate, that Dyche username is pissing me off. Why? He's alright, Tim. He's okay. He's an Everton fan, but he's alright. Don't hold that against him. We don't hold it against you that you're a United fan. All friends here. His name's not actually Sean Dyche, but he is Sean, I think, if I remember that right. He's a nice fella. Chill out. We're all good. You're an angry little soldier tonight, Caleb, aren't you? Shots. Oh, unlucky. Very, very nearly. Some of us have had to suffer through even more than United fans. Yeah. Caleb, sorry, I just don't like Everton fans, man. Why not? Why don't you like Everton fans? What have you got against that? Mate, believe it or not, they are just people like you and I. They just wear a different colour shirt once a week. That's all it is. There's nothing different. Jake, who does Everton fans don't like Everton fans? Everton fans will boo anything. Everton fans will boo the corner flag if it's windy enough. Jake, I don't like Everton. Oh, I always what's that Tony Bellew says? My kids are supporting Everton. It's character building. It's character building to support Everton. Chokes, love the club, but make me want to commit bodily harm some weeks. Yeah, I was going to say, mate, there's nothing... Everton fans are no different to anyone else, really. They're just people like me and you. They just wear a different colour shirt once a week. Apart from Arsenal fans, yeah. Chimey, I don't like Arsenal fans. I think we can all agree on that. Arsenal fans can get in the bin. Arsenal fans can get in the bin. We all dislike Arsenal fans intensely. Mr. Erline has an Erline. I think Everton will have a good season. Well, they could do, yeah, they could do. Depends what they do in the summer, I guess. Same as every other team. Caleb, Prem Dad, stop lying. What do you mean, stop lying? I'm not lying. I don't tell lies. Thank you very much. Sean Dyche, Arsenal fans piss me off so much. Oh, here's one now. Here's one. Reese is here. We've been speaking ill of Arsenal fans, and here he is. He's popped up in the chat. Oh, no. Oh, goodness me. We've invoked an Arsenal fan. He's here. Southampton, way. Jake, worst fans in the league, top 3, Man U, Arsenal and Chelsea. Callum Coyle, 13-11. Don't know what that means, Callum. Sean Dice, terrified I am. What will he do? Lob a second place medal at me. They have enough. Reece giving it the big and stay in the Championship. Were they giving it the big one today, Southampton? Ethan. We've got Ethan, a Southampton fan, on the YouTube chat here. I mean, I don't think they would give it. He wouldn't give it the big one. He's a nice lad, Ethan. Absolute salt of the earth. Top bloke. Caleb, stand by that statement. Just you wait. Everton will get Europe next season. Oh, no, I can't believe that. That's such a bad shout. I really enjoy chatting with you, mate, but that's such a bad shout. Everton to get Europe next season. Oh. If I'd be amazed, honestly. I think if you get top 10 next season, I think he's had a phenomenal season. Top 10, and he's done, whoever is in charge, whether it's Moyes or someone else, top 10, and the club's heading in the right direction. To be honest, 12th, and you're heading in the right direction. But it's a big summer. It's going to be a very, very big summer. Username 600, terrible shout. It is a bad shout, that. I'll happily discuss any sorts of shouts for next season, but I've got to say that's a bad one. That is a bad one. 2-0 Roma. They're still waiting on a goal here, though, mate. We still need a goal here. We need Lazio as well. Lazio against Lecce. Desperately need Lazio to score. Yeah, we definitely need Lazio. I've got Juventus, I've got Fiorentina, I've got Roma, and I've got Atalanta. Right, all of them fine. All of them doing absolutely great guns. Lazio, famously a club of perfectly reasonable, kind fans with no racial views. Well, I mean, I don't know. I can't really comment about the whole racial aspect. I hear you're a racist now, Father. Love Father said. I hear you're a racist now, Father. Caleb, I love you, Prem Dad Spurs. Oh, no. It's been a mad end to the season, and honestly, oh my God, Venezia are in here. They've done it. It's 2-2. It's Venezia 2, Juventus 2, and it's Haps. Haps has scored 2-2 Venezia. And the comeback's on. And as it stands, Roma are in the Champions League. Yeah, isn't Lazio more about... Isn't Lazio more about, like, whatever Di Canio did? I'm obviously not going to do it. But didn't Di Canio do it? Wasn't it more about certain political views rather than anything to do with that? Yes, that's what I meant. I'm not going to say it, but I think that's kind of what I was shooting for. Great goal, that. The ball gets played back. It's Yeboah, I think, who's breaking forward. He pulls it back to the edge of the area, and Haps just hits it low and hard. Keeper gets nothing on it, and it goes into the roof of the net. Venezia 2. Juventus 2. Civil Movement, what do you think about Mitoma going from Brighton to Bayern Munich? I'd be impressed if that's the case. Something tells me that's not going to be what happens. Yeah, I don't think Mitoma does go to Bayern. So let's agree to support Roma. I can't support Roma though. I went to Roma. I went to watch Liverpool against Roma. It was horrible. It was horrible. Atletico Madrid. Oh, overall lovely bunch. Fiorentina have scored, Ben. Fiorentina have done it. It's Udinese 1, Fiorentina 2. Will, for fun, which club do I make a transfer to after Barca? Walsall. Walsall. Direct to Walsall from Barcelona, please. That's where I would go to. Show ambition. Let's all support Bolton. Bolton. Bolton were a great team back in the day, weren't they? Sean, I quite like Roma, but I prefer Genoa. No problem, might have to take a wage cut. I'm not. I think if I'm if I'm a fan of any sort of team in Italy, it's going to be Fiorentina. I like Fiorentina. I've always quite liked Parma as well, mainly because of growing up in Coppa Italia and stuff like that. Let's all support Oldham. Well, we'll be doing the National League final. Venezia very nearly scored again. Oh my God, it's all going on here. It's all going on here. Prem Dad, when you do that with your mouth, you sound like a weapon. It's that when you say a weapon, I don't know where you're from, but a weapon's not a nice thing to say about someone around where I'm from. If you call someone a weapon, that's not cool, mate. Fitzy776, what do you think of Rangers? It's not been a good season for him, has it? I think Barry Ferguson, I don't know if he has moved on or if he's planning to move on. Rumours obviously linking Gerrard to go back up there. I don't know. Does Jovino still play or has he retired? I think he has retired, yeah. Sean Dyche, come on Oldham. League 2, here they come. Yeah, I'm supporting Oldham as well. Under the floodlights, young lad at Como called Nico Paz. Keep an eye out on him. Fitzy776, he was an interim. Oh, right, okay. No, it means like pissed, like drunk. I can assure you I'm not. I don't drink, but yeah, I maybe do sound a little bit. My primary issue with Rangers is the fans. They have a major victim mentality. Bloody hell. We're going deep tonight. John Marsden, let's all support Coventry City. I like Coventry. I'll support Coventry a little bit next season. Civil Movement are 6 teams from Serie A getting Champions League. I don't get it. What are they playing for? They're playing for the Champions League, mate. They are playing for... There's only 4 places available for Champions League football unless Inter win the Champions League. If Inter win the Champions League, then Roma or Lazio, whoever it is who finishes 5th, they could make Champions League next season if Inter win it. So if Inter win the Champions League, then 5th place gets it. But as it stands, only the top 4 will get it. And currently, it's Roma in the fourth spot, and Juve are going to be 5th. Unless Juve can win here. Prem Dad, I love you. Caleb, no football for 3 months now. Nah, that's not true. That's not true. June, July. It's back in August anyway. Udinese 2, Fiorentina 2. Ben. Oh, Ben. It's not good. Sean, fairly decent amount of football to watch for the summer. Yep. Club World Cup's going to be on. Pre-season games. We've got loads going on. Udinese have scored, mate. Cabaselli, ex-Watford. Cabaselli has scored. 10-man Udinese. Civil Movement, why is 6th marked green? I would imagine because of European football. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But maybe it's just European football in general. 6th does get Europe, but only 4th gets Champions League. Nah, man, Swedish and Norwegian leagues will keep you going. That's it. Yeah, I was going to say, we'll be doing lots of Bodo Glimt, I'm sure, over the summer. Bodo Glimt and Rosenborg and Lillestrøm and Tromsø. Not sure about the Swedish leagues. But we'll watch him. We'll watch a bit of Malmo. Malmo's one of the nicer places I've visited, actually. I went to a museum called the Disgusting Food Museum in Malmo. And I saw Kasu Marzu. If you know Kasu Marzu, Google it if you haven't. Kasu Marzu. It's absolutely minging. It's basically goat's cheese that's got maggots in it. And people eat it. Yeah, people eat it. It's very, very smelly. But it's got live maggots in it. FM No Casuals up the Borg. I've been there. Lovely place, Trondheim. Nice. I only went to Malmo because I got a train from Copenhagen. We went to Copenhagen on a work trip. And, yeah, I was like, hang on a minute. So we're in Copenhagen, but I can get a train into Sweden. It's only like 20 minutes. Yeah, I'm game for that. I will go and tick another country off. So I went over into Malmo, got the train into Malmo. It was wicked. And there was a museum there called the Disgusting Food Museum. Caleb, are you doing the Man United game on Wednesday via the All-Star team? Do you know who you're watching? There's no way I'm watching a Man United All-Star game. I'm sorry. I'll scrape the barrel, mate. I will scrape the barrel in order to watch as many football games as possible. But I cannot and will not tolerate Manchester United against a Hong Kong All-Star 11. Sean Dyche, Disgusting Food Museum. Just go to any Weatherspoons in the north. Which honestly, the Weatherspoons thing, I think is grossly overstated. Callum Coyle, so if this finishes 22, your bet's in the mud, right, Kieran? Oh, 2-2. No, because I only ever do draw no bet, mate. So if it finishes 2-2, I'm fine. It just means that Juventus comes off the slip. So I don't do bet outright. I never ever back a team to win. I only ever do draw or outright. So yeah, Juve or draw. Juve draw no bet. Civil Movement, I'm from Sweden. Why are you dissing our league? We're way better than the Norwegian league. I'm not dissing the Swedish league. I'm no problem at all with the Swedish league. I just haven't watched an awful lot of it, to be honest. Caleb, I swear that would make you ill with maggots in. How do people eat that? It's a Sardinian delicacy. Yeah, it's from Sardinia. Sardinian goat's cheese, and they put live lava in, and it ferments as they eat the cheese. And that's what you eat, is basically like that. And sometimes they serve it with... It's awful. It's horrible to think of, but yeah, it's an actual thing. If you Google it, you'll see. Under the Floodlights, do you ever think how nicer places helps the decision of a player going to a team? Yes. I know for a fact Liverpool Football Club and a lot of other clubs actually pay a full team of marketing experts to do videos on the Northwest and videos about how wonderful it is to live there, and they showcase certain houses. So, like, for example, Florian Wirtz coming over to Liverpool, I am 100% certain they will have shown him maybe 3 to 5 lovely houses, probably in Hale or Hale Barnes in Altrincham. They'll have shown him, that's where a lot of the Liverpool players live, they'll have shown him those houses on videos, and he can go and have a look at them or whatever, and they'll have shown him, they'll have done like lovely, flashy videos on places to go in the Northwest, beautiful hikes, Snowdon and... Not Snowdon, you know what I mean, all the beautiful places people go around, the Lake District and all that sort of thing. They'll have done that whole spiel about why living in the Northwest is a lovely place. But yeah, marketing for the city of Liverpool, it's like marketing. What was that? Sorry, Bakhmut. Under the Floodlights, do you ever think how nice a player is helps the decision? Yeah, absolutely. Would you rather play in Syria or Greece? FM No Casuals, most places sell spoons, style food. Spoons are just honest about it. That's true. Have you seen that channel as well? Have you seen that channel? It's like, it's not a channel. I think it's a Facebook group or a certain group you can go to. And it's like people who go to Spoons and they basically just put their table number on. And you get all sorts of people sending stuff to you randomly. Like, they'll send shots, they'll send like just a single fried egg on a plate, or like really random orders like it. But it's mad. It's dead funny when you see people go and do it. Dream Chasers boss. That's it. 3 years in La Liga, putting my transfer in for Walsall. Chimey, BTTS is better. See, I wouldn't do BTTS. I think it's far too risky. Far too risky. John Marsden, I'm in the Lake District. Whereabouts are you in the Lake District? Well, haven't you already said you're in? Are you near Whitehaven? I'm sure I've heard someone in the chat say that. I don't know if that was yourself, John. But yeah, Lake District is a beautiful part of the world. Been to Windermere not that long ago. Gorgeous place. Beautiful place. Callum wouldn't recommend England to anyone apart from the footy. England is a lovely, lovely country if you know where to look. And yeah, as long as you don't mind high taxes and pretty rubbish politics generally. Liars in charge and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I think England's a lovely country. But saying that, I would quite like to leave. I would quite like to go and live somewhere else in an ideal world. Which, funnily enough, is the reason for this channel. That is the reason I created this channel. One of the reasons, at least, anyway. Part of it was because I really wanted to follow my dream of watching the footy, and the other part of it was because I want to go and do this from somewhere else that's not England. I want to go and do this from Malmo or Spain or Greece or, I don't know, somewhere, anywhere. Not here. Someone do me a nice glossy marketing video. Somewhere nice to live. Civil Movement, as it stands, no Champions League for Juventus, which is crazy. No Milan or Juventus in the Champions League next season. Yeah, and do you know what? And we were very, very close as well in the Bundesliga to no Borussia Dortmund as well. Very nearly no Borussia Dortmund. So we would have had no Dortmund, no Juventus, and no Milan. And potentially in France. Again, if results had gone the right way in France, we wouldn't have had a Lille or Strasbourg very nearly got in there. So there was always a chance that Monaco and Marseille could have missed out. John Marsden, Whitehaven, yeah. I was going to say I've got an ex-business partner who used to come from Whitehaven. Doesn't live any round that way. He lives in Portugal now, but he came from that way. Callum, so if Walsall draw tomorrow, you win. No, it's not just that one, mate. There's a lot of other. It's about a 9-10 leg accumulator, so it's not just Walsall. There's still a few others to run on it. Civil Movement, does Anfield Agenda live in Spain? I think he's from Ireland, isn't he? I don't know if he lives in Spain. Honestly, I haven't watched Anfield Agenda. I couldn't tell you a single thing about him, so I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't profess to know. Sean Dyche 10. I watched an interesting mini documentary on the Old Firm derby. UK is a lovely place to live if you don't mind being skint against that shit weather, but the food isn't as bad as they say. It's probably fair. Thoughts on Sunderland in the Premier League? Great. Yeah, fantastic. Congratulations. They were the team that I was hoping would come up, to be honest. So yeah, looking forward to seeing them back in the Prem. Time Weir derby next year. Good luck to him. Good team, Sunderland. Good team, some good players, good young players. Jaden Thompson, good to see you, Jaden. Toon, Black and White Army. Right, Juventus have got the ball in the box here. Kolo Muani pulls it across. Unlucky, very unlucky. Right, Lazio, I'm sorry, this is unacceptable. Atalanta 2, Parma 2. Last 20 minutes here, Lazio are losing at home to 10-man Lecce. This is unacceptable. This is absolutely unacceptable. I can't believe that. Civil Movement, honestly, England has got an amazing countryside. It has, yeah, it has. It is. I honestly believe if you go to the right places in England, go down to Cornwall, Cornwall, anywhere in Devon, to be honest. Anywhere in Devon is beautiful. I've never really been to Kent, but I hear good things about Kent. But yeah, anywhere down south is gorgeous. Even up in Scotland, you know. Go to certain parts of Scotland is lovely. It's a bit colder, but it's a lovely, lovely place to go. Especially the further north you get. Sean Dyche, Bristol City in the Prem would have been brilliant. Would have got 1 point, but still fun. Will, wait, AC Milan aren't in the Champions League next year. No, they aren't, Will. No. Oh, that's a penalty. And he's given as well. Penalty to Juve. We knew that was coming. Penalty to Juve. Here we go. As you were saying there, under the floodlights, Venezia all over Juventus. And then there you go. Yildiz, drop of the shoulder. And he's just, yeah, it's a foul. It's a penalty. Is it Yildiz or is it Conte Sao? Who is it who gets kicked there? Oh, it's the clearest penalty you're ever likely to see. It's the clearest penalty you're ever likely to see. It's Conte Sao. There's a little bit of a dive in there. But it is a pen. It is a pen. And I think it's going to be Locatelli. Here. Yeah, I think it's going to be Locatelli who steps up. Right-footed. Manuel Locatelli. He's already scored 2 in the Serie A from the penalty spot. Great pen. And there you go. Juventus are 3-2 up on the night. We knew there'd be goals in this one. I told you it'd be a good game to watch this. Told you it'd be a good game. And it's Venezia 2, Juve 3. Sean Dyche 10. Anthony Gordon with potentially the greatest dive of all time today. Lobbed himself to the floor. Young was a solid 2 feet away from him. Well, there you go. Juve are back in the driving seat for Champions League football now. Fabulous penalty from Locatelli. Keeper got nowhere near it. And, yeah, 2-0. 3-2, sorry. Venezia 2, Juventus 3. Now then, what are they made of now? If Lazio don't score against Lecce, I'm sorry, but Italian football, I am never ever betting on ever again. Ever again. That is the most rigged, disgusting thing I have ever seen. If Lazio don't come back from that. Likewise. Honest, that is madness, innit? That is absolutely madness. I'm not suggesting they needed to win, but to actually get beat by 10-man Lecce at home on the final day of the season is disgusting. When they've actually got something to fight for as well. I need to start betting on the San Marianese top flight. It was the Andorran Cup today, I think. Inter Descalades. Honestly, I've never known a worse season for Hackers. Yeah, well, that. Yeah, and it's come at just the worst time for me as well. It was fine when I was working, no problem. Not anymore, Christ. Trying to build a football channel and losing Hackers left, right, and centre. It's an absolute shocking season. Right, Venezia are making a change here now. Who's coming on? Oh, Weston McKennie's coming on for Juve. I assume for Kolo Muani and Cambiasso have come off. And it's Weston McKennie and Vlahovic. Dusan Vlahovic. Here he is. Big lad. Caleb Premdad. I mean, not Grandad. Mate, just call me Key. Most people call me Key. I'm not Premdad. Premdad makes you sound like it's a little bit, I don't know, funny. Sean Dyche 10, I find betting against Southampton is practically a free money glitch. Yeah. Betting against Southampton has been pretty good value this season, hasn't it? Unless you've got them at home in the cup. Unless Everton have got them at home in the cup. It's only one letter off Pred Dad, so it's a little bit dodgy. I didn't even think of that, you know. Don't worry, Dad. Stop calling me Dad. Chill with the dad. I've got a little girl who calls me Dad. And she is my daughter, by the way. don't start that. And that's enough. Yeah, that is absolutely enough. SGA, good to see you, mate. What game are you watching, pal? We're watching Venezia against Juventus. It is currently Venezia 2, Juventus 3. And Juventus are about to secure Champions League football. Unknown, did you miss me? Always. Yeah, absolutely. DN, Premier League is looking very exciting for next season. Could be a lot of teams at the top. I think it'll probably be the same ones, if I'm dead honest. I think the only real difference is going to be who kind of falls away down the bottom. And I don't think it is going to be the same three that come up that go down. I think we're probably going to see teams like, I'm not just having a go at you, Sean. I do think Everton, Wolves, West Ham, maybe Man United. I don't know, but you'd think with the form they've had recently, it's going to be difficult for them unless they really get that summer transfer window right. So, yeah, Everton, Wolves, West Ham. I think there's a chance they could all be down there. It wouldn't even surprise me, if Forest were to sell Gibbs White. Chance. Oh, unlucky from Juve, nearly 4-2. Yeah, if Forest were to sell Gibbs White, European football, 2 games a week, 3 games a week. You never know. You never know. SGA, Forza Juve, hope they get Champions League. Unknown, Man United played like prime Barca today. DN, I see Leeds or Sunderland staying up. I think one of them will. Yeah, well, I think Burnley have got a good chance, They're not a particularly fashionable team, Burnley, but the one thing they do have, and they have done all season, is they've been very, very resilient defensively. They've had one of the best defensive records in the Championship. And it feels like Scott Parker's learned his lesson a little bit. Since he came up to the Prem last time and he was very reckless and cavalier in his attack, he's a little bit more resilient now, a little bit more resolute. And I think Burnley are probably best prepared to stay up. Could be wrong, but I think they'll get a lot of draws. They'll dig in and make it difficult for teams to beat them. Whereas Leeds are probably the better team. They've probably got better goals, better players, more goals in them. But I worry about Danny Farker. I'm not sure Danny Farker's a particularly good coach. So, yeah, concerned with Danny Farker. I think Sunderland got some very good players. My worry is there's a lot of inexperience in there, isn't there? You look at the front players, you've got Isidore, Mayenda, Mundle. Average age of about 22 between those three. You've got in the midfield, you've got Dan Neil, but you've got Joe Bellingham. You've got Chris Rigg. Chris Rigg's 17. Joe Bellingham's 20. 19, 20, whatever he is. You've got Ballard at the back, he's 22. Luca Nine's going to be a good experienced player in there, but he's not really Premier League experienced. They're going to need some good players in. Sirkin as well. Sirkin, he's only a young lad. They're going to need to get like a Jordan Henderson in. I think Jordan Henderson would be a really astute signing for Sunderland if they can get him back. Sean Dice 10, if I have to watch another relegation battle, I'll switch over to watching competitive knitting. DN, as a Newcastle fan, I could agree that Sunderland are one of the most talented teams in the country. Burnley are losing their 2 centre-backs. Yeah, I've heard of that. They're going, is it Keane Egan-Riley's going to Strasbourg and Estev's going to, I don't know where he's going, but I've heard him going somewhere. Ben, Fiorentina have had 19 shots now, 2 in the last minute. Sean Dice, it feels like watching Everton last season is just a Blackpool manager quote. It was the Wolves manager, wasn't it? It was Mick McCarthy. It can. Johnny Robb, you as manager. Key, would you rather fight 100 ant-sized Ryan Windridges or Liverpool win nothing for 10 years? 100 ant-sized Ryan Windridges? Yeah, probably 100 ant-sized Ryan Windridges than Liverpool not winning anything for 10 years. Ben made that 20 shots. SGA, Vlahovic, last 10 minutes for Juventus. Grazie, Dusan. Unknown, do you think United will play better next season than this season? They can't play worse, can they? They can't play too much worse. I still believe they're a thoroughly decent side, United. Callum, Juventus to win, Atalanta to draw, Roma to win, Barca to win, AFC Wimbledon to win, and Udinese to draw. Civil movement, come on, one more goal. Have Lazio scored? Have Lazio scored? Don't say Lazio scored. They've not scored. Oh, Callum. You said Lazio have scored. They haven't. Fiorentina have scored, Ben. Get in there, Ben. They've scored. Fiorentina are 3-2 up. They're 3-2 up. It's Moise Keane. It's Moise Keane. Sean Dyche. The great Moise Keane have scored. He's done it at the end. Oh, no. And now we just need Lazio. Come on, Lazio. Sort yourself out. I can't believe it's 82 minutes and they're still losing at home 1-0. They're going to really struggle here, Lazio. Yeah, honestly, Del Rosso is getting sacked. He is getting sacked. It's not even like they're not even playing, they're playing the best players. They've got Tati Castellanos in there. They've got Dia, Guendouzi. They're all playing. They're all playing. Pellegrini's come on. Pedro's come on. Lecce parking the bus. Sean Dyche's one of our own. Will, I've heard about that Yildiz. Is he quite good for Juventus? Yeah, he is a very talented player. I believe United were looking at him for quite a while. He's a very good player. Apparently Vlahovic, do you know what? We talk about players, strikers being available this summer. I've got to say, Dusan Vlahovic, a few years ago, before he went to Juventus, he was like a Haaland, wasn't he? He was performing at an unbelievable level at Fiorentina. And there was real rumours that he was going to go to not that Juve aren't a top team, but, you thought they would come and, he was getting targeted by everyone. And he's fallen apart a little bit at Juve. Sean Dyche, we were linked to that American midfielder who plays for Juve. Yeah, Weston McKennie. He was at Leeds for a while. Under the floodlights, putting my bet on now for Roma to win Europa. Weston McKennie. Right, we're into the last 5 minutes here now. Venezia 2, Juventus 3. Come on, Lazio. Come on, Lazio. I desperately need a Lazio goal. Juve getting into the box. Chance for Juve. Good save from the keeper. Callum, get the ball from the back and do keepy ups. Unknown, United are going to play against Asian All-Stars on Wednesday. What are your predictions? 3-0 to the Asian All-Stars. I thought it was Hong Kong. I thought it was Hong Kong 11. Juventus want to offer Douglas Luiz and cash for Sandro Tonali. Thoughts about that? I think you wouldn't be getting necessarily a terrible deal there. Douglas Luiz was very good for Villa, wasn't he? Yeah, so that wouldn't be the worst deal. Depends how much cash you get, I suppose. SGA, who do you want to be in the Champions League from Serie A? I would have liked to see Fiorentina make it, but they're a little bit out of it now. They've left it too late. In an ideal world, I'd quite like Roma to make it over Juventus anyway. DN, United could spend millions and get away with it though. Douglas Luiz, nowhere near Tonali's level. I think when he was playing for Villa, he was a good player for Villa. again, it's so easy to get carried away with the fact that one good season, one swallow doesn't make a summer sort of thing. And Tonali's had a very good season, but he might not next season. Do you know what I mean? You've got to. Consistency's key. Consistency is key. United would lose to Indonesia, so it's even. Venezia with a ball into the box, cleared away by Juve. Juventus have to buy Kelly off us as we put a clause in his contract, and that's been activated now. Right, okay. SGA, what team do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. I'm a Liverpool fan. Shay, do you think Villa was robbed today? Yes, absolutely Villa were robbed today. Absolutely Villa were robbed today. Very, very disappointing, the referee's decision. I don't really understand it, to be honest. But, I mean, I guess you've got to look at Martinez as well. Martinez makes a ridiculous decision to come out and doesn't get it. So he puts Villa in trouble. Puts Villa bang in trouble. But once Rodgers gets that goal and it gets ruled out, then... yeah, it's disappointing. Very, very disappointing. But I don't think you can necessarily blame... You were still 0-0 at Old Trafford. 1-0 changes the game. You're absolutely right. What I'm saying is that you was getting battered for the most part. From what I understand, you was getting battered for most of that game. Even before Martinez got sent off. It wasn't a great performance from Villa. Then Martinez gets sent off, and United have goals ruled out and all that sort of thing. So I don't think for 1 second it was necessarily a great Villa performance. And if that goal had been given, then it might have got you off the hook. It should have been given, though. It should have been given. Absolutely, it should have been given. Johnny Robb, wasn't that Martinez's last game for Villa today? Allegedly so. Yeah, allegedly so. And apparently he's going to a Saudi club. And I did think that was a little bit funny. He's going to a Saudi club, and who owns the Saudi Pro League, and who is most likely to benefit from Martinez being sent off? Does make you think, doesn't it? Does make you think. Unknown, I'm a United fan, but that was a very bad performance by the referee. Absolutely, yeah. Loads of United fans have said the same. Weird decision from the referee. Don't understand why he made it. Callum, Udinese 32 or 3-2 down. Get in, Kieran lad. Good for you. That, yeah, exceptional, mate. Yeah, really good. Just waiting on Lazio now. We could do with a Lazio goal. Kieran, did Ryan Gravenberch get to celebrate with Liverpool teammates from getting a red card? Yeah, you don't have to leave the pitch permanently. You just leave the pitch and you don't play for the rest of the game. But he was fine. Yeah, he came back on. Still celebrated. Doesn't have to leave the stadium or anything. Simon Mack, did Newcastle get Champions League for next season? They did, yeah. They did. Newcastle have apparently said they will let Sean Longstaff leave if they received a decent offer. You got a tenner, Spur? We can all chuck in for that, can't we? We can all chuck in for that. Nicholas Arnold thought, tough luck for Orient today. I think you should still get them a jersey, Nah, I'm not getting the jersey. That wasn't the rule. That wasn't the plan. That wasn't the bet. If they were up, I had to get a jersey. So Orient, no chance. They're not going on the shelf of shirts next season. The new shelf of shirts, which is coming out in August. Unknown, if you had to sell 3 players from the current Liverpool squad, who would it be? Elliot, Chiesa, Nunes. If I had to, Elliot, Chiesa, Trent. Elliot, Chiesa, Trent. There you go. Jordy Robb, Harvey Barnes, oh my God. Atalanta 2, Parma 3. What is going on? Atalanta 2, Parma 3. Oh, that's just ruined my night, that. That has just ruined my night. 93rd minute. Oh. That's absolutely killed me off. It's done me in, that. I can't believe Atalanta, you absolute scoundrels. Scumbags. Lecce and Atalanta, you have killed me off there. No doubt about it. Simon Mack, your thoughts on Liverpool's red card today, mate? I thought it was the right decision, to be honest. He was already on a yellow card anyway, Gravenberch. SGA, Atalanta got nothing to play for. But still, to be 2-0 up and throw it away 3-2 on the last day of the season, it's not good, that. Really not good. Right, Venezia are still pushing forward here, but if I'm honest, they need 2 goals, and it's very unlikely they get 2 goals going into the last. There's 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left here. FM no casuals. Lazio manager needs to go. Yeah, no doubt about that. Who is Liverpool's next game? Our next game would probably be Palace in the Charity Shield. Yeah, as in our next competitive game would be Palace in the Charity Shield. Rob, it's because our future midfielder Ederson isn't playing. But yeah, sorry, coming back to what you said there, FM No Casuals, definitely 100% Del Rosso, Lazio manager. Del Rosso needs to go. Can't be losing at home to Lecce. Unforgivable. 10-man Lecce. But Roma have won. They've done their bit. And with Lecce finishing in that position, actually, you know what? Lazio, because Fiorentina have beat Udinese now, that defeat for Lazio means they haven't got Europe at all next season. Lazio haven't got European football at all next season, unless Inter win the Champions League. If Inter win the Champions League, then Lazio get a Conference League place. If Inter don't win it, then there's nothing left, is there? If Inter don't win it, then Lazio don't have European football next year. And Fiorentina do. Fiorentina are back in the Conference League. With that win tonight, they go in on goal difference. Obviously, if Inter beat PSG in the final, then Roma get a Champions League spot and Fiorentina will be in the Europa League. Right, 40 seconds left in this one. Sean Dyche, you've got the bottled quadruple cup final to play with Real Madrid first. Bottled the quadruple cup. Oh, God. People are saying Grealish would do good under right wing and take him back to his Villa days. Under how? Why? What score with Juve? It's 3-2 to Juventus, mate. Venezia 2, Juve 3. Simon Mack, we play AC Milan on July 26th at a friendly. Alright, okay. Bert FC Mascot, can Liverpool win the quintuple next season? I don't see why not. With Florian Wirtz coming in and Frimpong can win anything. Hong Kong versus United prediction. 3-0 Hong Kong. 3-0 Hong Kong. Right, there you go. That's Juventus and Venezia all done and dusted. Venezia 2, Juve 3. Juventus secure Champions League football on the final day of the season. Tony, hello. Can't believe us. Norwich City is getting Liam Manning from Bristol City. He plays boring style football. That's a mad one, that, isn't it? Callum, Kieran, your bet's down now, bud. I know, mate. Mad one. Mad one. To be honest, it's one of them. It happens all the time. You lose bets, you win bets. It is what it is. John Marsden, when's your next live, mate? Tomorrow. Tomorrow lunchtime, we are live for Wimbledon against Walsall in the League 2 playoff final. So we'll be having that one. And then we'll be live tomorrow night for the SPL game, which, funnily enough, That was one of our most watched lives on this channel. As you know, we've been live every single day for the last couple of months. Every single day we've done a watch along, a live footy watch along, every single day for the last couple of months. And one of the most popular was the SPL playoff game the other night, Ross County against Livingston. And we're doing the second leg of that, the final game, to see who stays up in the SPL and who goes down to the Scottish Championship. So, yeah, we've got two games tomorrow night, 2 watch-alongs tomorrow. Wimbledon against Walsall, followed by Ross County against Livingston. 1-1 from the first leg, that one. 2 more games tomorrow, so looking forward to it. Inter Miami have been very poor under Mascherano's wing, and newcomers San Diego's third. Now you're being delusional. Right, well, listen, lads, lasses, we've had a long day. We've had 3 live games back-to-back today. We started off this morning with Charlton beating Leyton Orient in the playoff final, 1-0. Charlton have scored 2 goals and won the playoffs. Mad. And then obviously we had the big Premier League finish. We picked the most boring game. Nottingham Forest 1, Chelsea 0. Funnily enough, all the action was elsewhere. United and Villa and Spurs and Brighton and all that sort of stuff. We had the worst game we could have picked today. And then, we actually finally got some goals there at the end. Venezia 2, Juventus 3. Big finish in Serie A. Great end to the season. Juventus get Champions League football. Fiorentina sneak into Europe too. And sadly, that does mean Venezia are down. Empoli too. Empoli go down. Obviously, Lecce beating Lazio at home. Big result for Lecce. That to stay up in Serie A. And good luck to them. Well done for them for next season. Right, I will see you all tomorrow night. If you're tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, tomorrow lunchtime, whichever live you're joining.